All right, so a couple weeks ago, I actually got the chance to experience something that honestly caught me off guard. And no, I didn't travel to a different country. I didn't go to some random resort or hotel. I didn't even do anything exotic. I don't even think what I did most people would consider fun. But what I essentially did was stood in line for hours. More specifically, I stood in line for 5 hours to get a free meal. And in that time, I learned more about human connection than I ever expected to learn. All right, so let me try to now set the scene for you guys. I went back to my old college, my alma mater, University of Delaware. Just to go visit some friends. We worked out, got a good pump in, got some muscle ups in. I had to show the boys that, JoeProdigy knows what's up with the muscle ups. We caught up, went to a bar afterwards, had some fun, But there was more than just going out with the boys that I had planned for that weekend. The whole plan was to wait outside of this fast food restaurant called Assad's Hot Chicken. Now, Assad's Hot Chicken, they now have about 14 locations, and they were opening their 14th location in Delaware, right near the school. So my boy called me up the night before, said, hey, this is happening, and they're giving out 14 free meals. I'm sorry, they're giving out 14 free meals for the year to the first 14 customers in line. And so we made a plan to get there early the next morning to be one of those 14 people in line. And if you weren't one of the first 14, you're still getting a free meal for the day, even if you were in line. Shout out to Southside Chicken, fire spot. So we got there at 10 a.m. the next day. Thinking that we were going to be one of the first people in line, if not one of the first people in line. Because it's 10 a.m. on a Friday. People are going to be working. And to our dismay, we were, unfortunately, the 16th and 17th place in line. There were 15 people who decided to camp the night before in front of Assad's Hot Chicken. Honestly, fair play to them. They're college kids. I would have done the same thing in college if I had nothing to do on a Friday morning. But that's besides the point. Fair play to them. They got their free meals for the year, except for the 15th place guy. Oh, that sucks. By 3 p.m., I was 16th in line, still got a free meal, and my friend behind me was the 17th person in line. So obviously no free meal for the year, but we still got our free meal. But it was strange because by around 1 o'clock, there was about 50 people behind us. Now that's a lot by 1 o'clock. And by 3 o'clock, there was at least 200 in line. It was insane. Now the energy in the beginning was very, very cold. No one wanted to talk to each other. Of course, the group in front of us, they had their own thing, but they were tired from the night before. They didn't want to speak to anybody. I had my friend, and I met another person who sat right behind us. I think it was 18th in line. And everyone else behind us just kept to themselves. They didn't want anything to do with it. They just wanted to stand in line. It was cold. It was low-key kind of rainy, low-key kind of windy as well. And no one just wanted to talk. No one wanted to speak. And I understood it because it's 10 o'clock in the morning. You thought that you'd get a chance to get a free chicken sandwich for the year. And you come to find out that not only do you don't get it, but if you leave, then you lose a chance of getting free chicken for your time you spent there. Like, you might as well just stay in line and get your free chicken unless you want to go back to the end of the line. And I told you before, there was about 200 people in line around 3 o'clock. But yeah, everyone was so cold, man. No one wanted to talk. I didn't want to talk. I was just chilling, I was in my space, had my YouTube videos up. I was just chilling, minding my own business. And no one was rude. They was just closed off. Heads down, phones out, people just standing next to each other, without really seeing each other, not really saying anything to each other. It just felt like everyone was in their own bubble, just waiting for the time to pass. But here's where shit started to change, and it's actually hilarious. So my boy that I pulled up with, he actually brought a bottle of liquor. There was also a smoke shop right up the street. One fate led to another. We may have gotten intoxicated in line. But what else were we supposed to do on a Friday morning, waiting in line for some chicken in the cold? But before any of that, my boy actually got into heated argument with one of the people in the front of the line. It actually went on for about like a cool 10 to 20 minutes. Just arguing about the logistics about what the free meal entailed. None of it actually mattered. But I think what got to me was the fact that opened up the opportunity of a conversation. It looked like they both hated each other, which they might have in the first like 10 to 20 minutes of them arguing. But afterwards, what changed was the fact that now everyone was starting to open up. They were starting to talk, okay? One of their friends was offending him. I was offending my boy. Well, truthfully, he was offending himself, but I was just laughing. It was insane.
It's called the acronym by Ken Carson. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Say thank you. Teaching these kids manners.
But after that, the vibes just started to change from cold and distant to warm and welcoming. One of the people in line brought a speaker, and that changed the whole mood. My boy that I was with, he's actually what he considers a
rap connoisseur
or a
rap savant.
So he's very familiar, or I guess very, very, very versed in the art of rap. So he was playing music. And that is what I think got people to really vibe and connect. He would go up and ask, yo, what songs do you suggest? Even after arguing, it was bad. I'm telling you, like, it looked like they were about to scrap. But after asking, hey, what music do you like? We got any suggestions? Like, that started to open up the possibility for a reasonable friendship to form, a reasonable camaraderie to form. They weren't gonna let us get in front of them, obviously, but you know, the fact that it went from cold to distant to warm and welcoming in just a matter of minutes off of one simple question and a change of vibes, magical to me.
Record me. I like music that people hate. And literally, by doing so, I get enjoyment out of other people's dissatisfaction, bro. So like, I'm gonna play a song, and no one will like it, but I'm gonna have a great time. Hey, ready? Have you heard the acronym?
Nah.
You don't listen to like new shit, do you? So there's this artist called Ken Carson. Ken Carson, yeah. It's called the Ken Carson. So, you know Cardi, Playboy Cardi? He signed to Playboy Cardi's label, and his label is called Opium. You know Opium, right? It's a bunch of bullshit that nobody needs, right? Nobody needs. So that's what his whole label is, Opium.
The O stand for I stretch, the Hermes backhand pink.
This is what the kids listen to.
The P stand for Curtis said I just threw back like 3. And the I stand for international guy.
See?
Stand for she asked me what.
Y'all gotta keep this shit. Yo, that light. Nah, I'm gonna turn it off right now. It's called the acronym. It's called the acronym by Ken Carson. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Say thank you.
And that's when it hit me. Most people aren't antisocial. They're just not warmed up for a conversation. People generally don't open up because they're waiting for safety. They're waiting for a reason to feel like they need us, contribute to the conversation. They're waiting for permission, basically. Matter of fact, they're waiting for someone to make the environment feel more human. Everything in this world nowadays feels so performative. There's not a lot of humane instances that people can experience in this world nowadays. At least that's what I feel. But once someone's able to make the environment shift to a more human-like environment, or however I can say that, everything starts to shift for the better, actually. And in just 2 to 3 hours, a whole slew of strangers suddenly became a community. Oops. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. So what I learned that day is this: connection isn't about charisma. You don't have to be charismatic. You don't have to have a risk to form a connection. All you really need is just presence over time. It's about presence over time, okay? You don't have to rush to anything. This goes for relationships that you're trying to form with other people. You don't have to rush to anything. You just have to just be present and take your time with it. Don't rush it. Be genuine too, that really helps. Once you remove the urgency, when you remove the pressure, when people realize that there's nothing to perform for, then they just relax. When people relax, that's when you really get to know who they are, because that's when they'll reveal who they actually are as a person.
I think her name was Kimberly. Maybe I think it was Emily. She shook her ass with the manganese. I fall in love with her energy. Hey, skinny gives you fake, I ain't feeling the energy. I drop it back with my enemy. That shit cost my 10 apiece. Fuck all the niggas who envy me. These niggas got bitch tendencies. All these bitches be enemy. I got that bad and she feeling me. I got that bad and she feeling me. Shaking and shaking and know who the goats. He ain't turn up, you know how we go. I got my foot on their necks, I'm up next. Niggas be calling me, sending me checks. Pop my shit, big flex. Fucking good, make her remember me. People live the Hennessy. Fucking a little bit out Tennessee. I think her name was Kimberly. Maybe I think it was Emily. She shook her ass with the sea easy. Shit, I can live. I'm in a game thinking I'ma stay up. Niggas be fake, they like be made up. I was fucked up, I had to get my paper. I was fucked up, I had to get my paper. I gotta get to the band, I'm running shit up. I stick to the plan. Pull a little bit one, you met man. Pull a little bit one, hop out that black minivan. That little bitch, that rock set, she a little freak, let me get her pants. When I get booked for a show, I ain't no race in advance. Them make me lie, them make me lie, them make me lie.
So the next time you're in a room where you feel like people are being distant, don't assume that people don't want to connect with you. Don't assume that people automatically hate you because they're not talking to you. They just need time. They need familiarity. They need a shared experience. And that happened within a span of 5 hours. So many crazy things happened in line that I wouldn't say that we're best friends, but I will say that whatever happened within those 5 hours made the experience of waiting in line for a side hot chicken way, way more enjoyable. And to cap it all off, the food was fire. So not only did we have a good time in line, but we got some fire food afterwards. I mean, shit, just ask my boy Ray. So lesson of the day. Sometimes all it takes is just one conversation, one song, one moment of patience to turn strangers into people. Because understanding people doesn't solely come from understanding psychology. Sometimes it just comes from standing still long enough to let them feel safe. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share to someone who needs to hear this. Other than that, develop a prodigy mindset and tackle your problems with everything you got. I believe in you. Take care.